going to have a lot of fun tonight. I promise you that. I make no other guarantees. Ladies and gentlemen, your first comic tonight is a good friend of mine. She has been a staple in the Oklahoma City comedy community for a very long time. I mean, so long. Like, she should be somewhere else by now. Please welcome to the stage, Amanda Carey, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, that applause reflects my comedy career. Oh my God. How you guys doing tonight? How you cats and kittens doing? 3 cats, 5 kittens. That's great. Yeah, I'm calling the guys kittens tonight. That's what I'm doing. Oh my God, my life is shit. How are you guys doing? This is my crowd work. I'm going to basically make you feel guilty for doing well tonight. And like every comic leaves. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, bring me one. Oh my God. So how you guys doing? Yeah, this is kind of like tonight I came in and I talked to a guy and he's like, so how you been? I'm like, absolute shit. You know, I don't have a job right now and I'm suing them. I've been depressed. You know how it's not great when you have to greet people that you haven't seen in a couple of months, like, how you been? I called the suicide hotline. Wow, really? Here's a picture of my kid. Awesome, you have a legacy. I don't. Me and my stage in my life right now, I just don't want to end up a Cracked article where it's like the 10 worst ways to die. And the way that I die is I trip and I fall down my stairs and I break my neck and I lay at the bottom of it for 7 days screaming for help, but nobody comes. You die of dehydration after 3 days, but I made it to 7 because my dog keeps coming over and giving me kissies. That's where I'm at in my life. You know, I'm currently out of work right now. Trying to apply for jobs in New York City. I went to New York for the first time in my life just earlier this year, and it was amazing. I loved it. I love New York City. It was fantastic. So I landed at LaGuardia. We get in an Uber and we start driving through town. And the first thing that really lets me understand that this is New York City is that there is a dead pigeon lying underneath an underpass. And it's not like he's laying there with his wings all splayed out and shit like that. His wings are tucked up underneath him and his head's tucked underneath. It's just like he gave up and died. That's the beautiful thing about New York City. It broke the pigeon. It's like the pigeon graduated from University of Nebraska with a degree in dance, jazz and tap, and it went to the city and it was I'm gonna be on Broadway, it's gonna be amazing. And then it went to its first audition and it started showing off its jazz and tap degree. And then somebody in the audience was just it's the director. It's a 55-year-old guy who somehow looks I'm fucking this up. See, this is what my brain does. I forget names. Three Amigos, Only Murders. Not Steve Martin. Martin Short, yes. Looks like Martin Short with a scarf. Somehow he's wearing a scarf, but it's July, But the guys in the audience, he's like, sweetie, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm dancing. You're clopping. And just all the soul drained out of them. So now they're dancing at a strip joint outside of JFK. They're now unemployed. They're the only now they're on like some sort of like drug kick, and now the city just broke them, and now they're laying on the underpass. And I'm like, that is the pigeon. That is the emblem of the city. That is beautiful. The only thing that topped that is that I went to the Intrepid Museum, which is an aircraft carrier museum, and we're coming back. We're walking up through Hell's Kitchen. It's not Hell's Kitchen anymore, because if you call it Hell's Kitchen, it takes about $1,000 off the rent. But we're walking through New York City, and like on the stoop, there is a half-drunk baby bottle and an empty bottle of whiskey. And I'm just like, okay, I'm taking a picture of this. You know, Statue of Liberty? Sure. Ellis Island? Sure. Empty bottle of Jack Daniels and a half-drunk bottle of baby formula? Yes, this is emblematic of the city. This is what I'm here for. But I'm trying to move to New York City right now. I am, because I figure like I'm used to the Oklahoma bullshit. So like I'm used to the the transphobia, the bigotry, all that kind of stuff. In New York City, I just want to like experiment with complete dispersonalization. You know, like when I went to New York City, my sister, she saw me posting pictures from the top of my hotel, beautiful pictures of Midtown. She's like, "Oh, be safe," "Oh my God, be careful." And I'm like, I have not seen anything. I have not seen from my exit onto Meridian Avenue. I am. At least the tweaker is sleeping on the ground in the subway. It's like I have a very Catholic upbringing. Like my parents never beat me. The worst thing that my dad ever did to me was look me in the eye and go, "I am so disappointed in you." And I still talk to my therapist about that. But the thing about the homeless guy in the subway, okay, fine, whatever, fuck, it's New York City. He's like, okay, you did not live up to your dreams. The Frank Sinatra song didn't land for you, okay? But, getting off the off-ramp, sitting there, like the guy sitting there like, anything helps, God bless. Like, I don't care, fuck, whatever. But I'll be sitting there smoking a cigarette, and the guy just looks at me and just like, and I'm like, yes, you can have one. Here, have 3, because it's a smoker's code, okay? That's one thing that people don't realize anymore, that there's a smoker's code. You give cigarettes, If you give, the minute that you're not at where you have a cigarette and you haven't given a cigarette, karma will revisit you. It's like the whole "My name is Earl" in like real life with cigarettes. So I do that. Money? No, you're not getting any money. I'm unemployed right now. You're gonna have a cigarette. So I am getting older and I'm getting tired. That's the big thing for me. This is not a nose ring. This is an anchor for hopes and dreams. So I for my birthday this year, I turned 47, and you think about what you want to get yourself. You get yourself a present for your birthday. My thing is I went out and I got the official Gen X ear piercing. 2 hoops and the top of the. This means that I have opinions about 120 Minutes and Matt Pinfield, okay? Like I know deep cuts from Soul Coughing. That's what this means, okay? I am old and I am tired, but at this point I don't give a shit about being polite anymore. which is why I'm a huge advocate for the legalization of marijuana across the country. Anybody here smoke weed? Woo! Anybody do any harder drugs than that? It's usually like, oh shit, what? What do you define as harder drugs than that? Because, like, the thing is that at, like, my age, I have a friend who keeps inviting me to raves. And that's, no, trust me, I fucking love raves. Oh, I'm a 90s kid. Oh, no. I still have a pair of Jinkos at the house. The kind that you could smuggle Mexican families into the house under, you know. Oh, I'm an old school raver. But the problem with me about raves now is that if I did ecstasy, I would have to like look it up to see how it interacts with my blood pressure medication. Because my absolute worst fear at this point is dying to Skrillex, okay? I fucking hate dubstep, all right? Dubstep is what happens when frat boys go like, I like dance music, but I also want to commit date rape. So,
That is what they say.
oh my God, seriously. She keeps inviting me to raves, but I don't want to go because I'm 47. I don't fit in anymore, and I do not want to walk around the rave the whole time going like, I'm not a cop! Fuck you! I just want to know where the bathroom is!
It's your posture.
Oh, seriously, no, dying to Skrillex is the worst thing in the fucking world. Oh my God. I used to have a medical marijuana card, but I gave it up. Because you broke weed, okay? I know it's a cliche, like, oh yeah, it's stronger now. Oh yeah, older people, they can't know. No, really, you broke Okay, I'm one of those scrometers now. Do you know what scrometing is?
No.
I forget the technical term that the doctors have given it because it's not as cool, it's not as descriptive, but scrometing is what happens when you smoke weed and you puke so hard you scream. That's me now. Okay?
Okay.
And let me tell you this right now. When your whole thing about smoking weed is that sex while high is amazing, kind of fucking ruins it. Okay? There's nothing sexy at all about standing over their fucking sink going, oh, I just shit myself. I'm ready to bottom. I fully support the legalization of marijuana at this point, just so we can start treating potheads like the fucking losers that you are. Okay? All coolness that has ever happened with weed is gone. Okay? Half-baked, you know, all this other kind of stuff with marijuana. No, it's not cool anymore. It's not. No. No, the thing about weed now is that, like, when you're standing outside of a bar and there's 5 of you and you're passing 3 joints around, if that was a pint of whiskey, we'd get you into meetings. No, it's cool, it's fine. No. You want to hit this? I have told you no 3 times in 2 minutes. The only people worse than weed smokers? Mushrooms. You want to know how you know if somebody does mushrooms? They won't shut the fuck up about mushrooms! Hey man, so I was doing some mushrooms? Of course you were. Yeah man, so it's like I did a whole bunch of mushrooms I bet it was a lot, yeah. Yes, it was at Burning Man? Of course you were at Burning Man. There's nothing more elevating to your consciousness than going out to a $2,000 camping trip with tech bros that are like, hey, you know what? AI can replace pornography. The thing about mushrooms is, this is what gets me about mushrooms, is that mushrooms people always do art. You're like, hey, you want to check out my artwork? No. I've been around drug users for 20 years. It's all the same artwork. When you go to the higher plane of consciousness, is it all the same higher place of consciousness? Because that's what you draw. It's the same shit. It's a person and it's wobbly. It might glow under black light. It's sold in the same place you can buy water beds and like old CDs, okay? Yeah, I'm running the light. I don't give a shit. Fuck you, Brad. I am transgender. I say I'm transgender, but I'm really not. I'm just hoping to pretend to be a woman so I can get on the first lifeboat out of Oklahoma. I somehow found myself in a chat group of transgender people. And let me tell you this right now. You know how bad it works for your self-esteem to be the biggest fucking loser in the chat group? Like one person in the chat group, oh, I'm doing the Edinburgh Fringe Festival this weekend. Oh, I'm doing the Toronto Just for Laughs Festival this weekend. Oh, me? I just had the biggest, highest release on Netflix this weekend. Oh, me? I'm in Star Trek this weekend. I'm in Game of Thrones this weekend. What about you, Amanda? What are you up to? I just played a dispensary in Ada. I am the shittiest version of transgender that you can meet. I'm the shittiest version of transgender. I'm basically what happens when somebody transitions into a butch lesbian who has a yard company, you know? Oh my God. I am the... But the thing is about me being transgender is that like I'm bisexual and I hook up with women sometimes, not as much as I'd like to. I hook up with mostly younger guys because younger guys want to work out their fetishes with me. Younger guy, he wanted me to be a sexy schoolgirl with him. I'm 47. How many plaid miniskirts do you think I have, you know? So I wrote out a detention slip and bought a Dora the Explorer backpack. One of them wanted me to role play being a stepmom. I want you to be my stepmom. It's not as kinky as you think. He just really wanted to slam the door in my face and go, "You're not my real mom. I want to go live with her in Scarsdale." I am not a great transgender person. I am not. I really am not. I am the version of transgender that you encounter when basically somebody decides, you know what? Soccer mom. I want to be a soccer mom. I want to be a soccer mom that really pines for their old college roommate, you know, where they're experimented during their sophomore year. Yeah, that's what I am. When people find out that I sleep with women, they're like, well, how does that work? It's a strap-on. I don't need to adjust. And because I have ADD, it occasionally vibrates. So. But because I'm wrapping up at the end of the set, because Brad gave me the light like 5 minutes ago, because I don't give a shit. I'm running the light. I don't give. People always ask me, well, how does being transgender in Oklahoma work? And I'm like, I'm a masochist? Okay. you know, like, oh my, like, I have a website, like, there's a website called FetLife. Are any of you guys familiar with FetLife? Guy's mildly nodding. No, now he's shaking his head. Oh shit, she saw me now. No, I don't know what the fuck that is. So FetLife is like Facebook for people who are into like kinky sex. I don't know what you're thinking. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, dude. You're gonna be explaining shit on the car ride home. Okay. So FetLife is a website for people who are into kinky sex. And when I talk about kinky, you know, I know you're thinking like spanking. Sure, if you're basic. All right. This website's for people who like to be choked until they see dead relatives. That's what this website. But I had to quit that website because a guy hit me up on there. A guy hit me up and go like, "Hey, you want to do porn with me?" Now, every woman's been asked to do porn. You know, like, oh, you know, we'll prop the phone up next to the lamp, and we'll stop every 3 minutes to like reset it back up and like re-angle it and all that stuff. And then, yeah, no. This guy was an adult video news Hall of Fame porn star, and he wanted to do porn with me. I'm like, oh my God, so what is this for? And he's like, it's from an amateur tranny and cross-dresser website. Fuck you, dude, all right? I've been living full-time for 20 years. This is as good as it's gonna fucking get, okay? That's another thing, man. I'm sorry, I just gotta bring that. So, like, Sarah McBride, she's a transgender woman. She just won the election in 2000, you know, in this year to be the first transgender woman elected to Congress. Clap louder! I'm recording. But they're already freaking out about the whole bathroom issue. You know, like, oh my God, we don't want her in the bathroom. Look, I am on FetLife. I have over 125 kinks listed on my profile. Bathrooms are not one of them. I do not want to get the surgery, mostly because it costs about $25,000 and it's not covered by insurance. Which means that if I ever do want to do the surgery, I'm going to put it all on credit card and then declare bankruptcy. They can't repossess your vagina. But yeah, bathrooms are not on it. Recently, my penis touched a public bathroom toilet seat. And I was like, okay, now maybe I'm thinking about surgery. This has got to go. But the thing about being in Oklahoma and about being a transgender is that, like, I know all these people and like I've been a public advocate for a long time. I've been a writer and all that stuff. And people ask me, like, well, how can you deal with being a transgender woman in Oklahoma? You know, how do you be out at work? How do you tell jokes about it on stage? And it's really quite simple. I have the confidence of a mediocre white man. Because I lived this one for 28 years. My name is Amanda Carey. Thank you guys for being here tonight.
I read the shit out
Carey,
of it.
ladies and gentlemen, let her hear it.